From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Escaping the pressure right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, Fields. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 41. A first carry now. This is Williams. The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
5 yards remain on 2nd down. It's Barkley on the counter. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Fields on 3rd down. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So first possession, 4th and short. Field goal's no gimme from here. What do you think about going for it?
I'm not just thinking about it. I'm signaling go for it. Let's get this, all right? Yeah, look, you're right. You know, the field goal's there, but it's not a chip shot. My big thing is opening drive. You're trying to establish momentum. Let's not stall it ourselves. Let's go get this 1st down and then continue on downfield and try and get a touchdown.
I like your confidence.
Yeah, why not? Let's go.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off the option, it's Jones. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Lawrence on 3rd down. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. So, Charles, this game number 2 in the NFL career, this rookie quarterback, his guys took the loss in the opener. And when asked after that game by reporters how he did, he was pretty curt. He said, not well. What did you see?
Well, first and foremost, I loved his answer to the media because he was being honest. And those veterans in the locker room, they're looking at him to see how he's going to handle things, and they like the fact that he's not blaming other people because I thought he struggled. The only thing that's going to help him, though, reps. No matter how many big games you played in college, how well you do in practice, the reps in the real games, that's when you begin to grow as a quarterback.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Lawrence will throw. And able to find Kirk complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. Unable to corral him, he fights through, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Bills have taken the early lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And it's 7-0 Buffalo.
Makes the score Bills 7, Dolphins 0.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To throw is Fields. Flushed out right. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
On first down, Fields steps away to his left. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And that's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. These two teams all tied after 1. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Forced out to his left. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Lawrence. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They go play action with Lawrence. He's going to get this one out to his fullback.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Caught on the right side by Jones. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. 23 yards on the play. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run the counter. Barkley. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time. That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Fields. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. Flag down. Let's see if this will stand. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
To Barkley on the check down. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is good. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. 95 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now Jones. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Ronald Jones with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills have retaken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Now returning it, Antonio Callaway. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Porter Gustin just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields eluding the pressure right. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it down.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover. spot.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. So they obviously decline that, and it is a touchdown.
They still have the option. But let's face it, there's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Looking to throw again on second down. Lawrence. Flush to his right. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. Looking in zone for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Off the option, it's Jones. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now Lawrence to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
119 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. This is Jones. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 45 on second down, Lawrence escaping the pressure right. A check down here to Jones. Again the juke, and shutting him off, now open field. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Complete to Jones. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
The kick by Bass is good. And that will tie things at 17-all. So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
On 1st down, it's Fields. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here's a give to Barkley. Barkley a first down and more. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Well, we've had some great running backs in the NFL the last decade or so. Saquon Barkley might be among the smoothest of them all. What a heck of a run right there.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to it. And that's not how football works. But he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Here's Lawrence. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Well, I thought they should have punted before. Now they probably definitely need to punt, right?
Yeah, we did a little mind melding there, didn't we? Because I was wondering, why are you out there if you're not going to punt it in the first place? Now I don't think they have any choice.
Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And it'll be Dolphin football. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. P.J. Hall there to make the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Oh, a strip. The ball comes out.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation. And they took advantage of the young man right there.
Trent Murphy, the one to bring him down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them. 3rd and long. 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 3rd and long.
third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. Touchdown, Bills! Evan Ingram, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bills have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the third quarter.
That ties the game 24-24.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They defer to Brown to start the drive. Fighting him off. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Fields. Oh, now a strip. He loses the football. But I think a Dolphin was able to fall on it. Yes, they'll keep possession here. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw here taken in by Parker. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Back now in Miami. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. This is Smith with a grab. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Fields on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. There's a nice move. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a first down throw. Fields being chased out left. And Brown's got it for a Dolphins touchdown. Malcolm Brown, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And some room to roam now. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 168 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice, safe throw and a good one.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Jones. And he is going to have a Bills first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. But to throw again is Lawrence. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And Ingram hauls it in. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Trevor Lawrence. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. Taken at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
At their own 14-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And able to elude one tackler, but only gets this back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On play action, Fields. Flush to his right. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Well, the pressure just couldn't get to him that time. They forced him out to his right, but he held his poise, surveyed the field, didn't find anything he liked, and then took off and picked up a nice gain.
Fields on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's a tough one for the defense because the coverage was good downfield. He was forced to work his way out of the pocket to his right, spotted his man on the sideline, and got it to him to pick up the first down on 3rd down.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Off play action, Fields. Flushed out right. And this is going to be intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Dillon. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Come on, A.J. Dillon. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bills on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Callaway, the return man. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
He's back to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Akello Witherspoon. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one,